Hi there YouTube, it's Back in the Day Toys here with a little toy haul video. This isn't car booting stuff, this is from a flea market, madly. I do have some car boot stuff that's just been accumulating over a few weeks because they've been very quiet and some of them been closed for Christmas. So yeah, I've saved it up enough so we can make one good video. Didn't expect to find all this cool stuff today, however. So most of the stuff came from one seller, and then the other three items came from another seller. So very grateful for the people that were down at the flea market today. I see them at a couple of Comic Cons every year, and every time I see them, they just have cooler and cooler stuff. So yeah, here we go. They had this pile of magazines for £1 each. Masters of the Universe #2, including pull-out posters. I haven't even checked if the poster's in here, but the artwork on all these old ones are just amazing. There was a lot of comic books there today, but yeah, I much prefer these sort of kids' TV show related ones. I don't think there is the posters, but it's still incredibly cool. And then another Masters of the Universe one. This one's #15. And another Star Wars one, Return of the Jedi, number 130. So the Star Wars ones, obviously there's quite a lot of them. That's only number 73, and I've had that one before. But yeah, £1 each, absolute bargain. And then these two knockoff Transformer bug things. Now these are really, really cheap bootlegs from back in the day that I absolutely love. I think maybe this guy's head would split open and it would have a robot's head inside, but it might be that's just how cheap the production is, that this is made in two parts rather than one. So I'm not gonna rip him to pieces to find out, but he is complete and intact and very nice. This one has got a little bit more damage to him. He is missing one of his little legs over here. This leg is broken. You can see this is his face here. It might even be that that's like the head, and you collect a whole set and make the arms and the body, but I'm not sure. They're just very cheap little bootleg things, but my god, do I love stuff like this. And £2 for the bag, over the moon. I also got this birthday card. Now I don't know how old it is, but on the back it just has the copyright of DC Comics 1978. I'm not sure if this was really printed in 1978. It looks too fresh for that, but it's still very nice. They also had these, and I love anything that I can like just pop in the kitchen or is advertising. Nowadays, I'm getting so many figures, but yeah, little paper things like this are really now taking my interest. So they had a Spider-Man one and a Hulk one. According to the side of the packet here, they were older than I thought they were. Where was it? Copyright 1984. Again, maybe that doesn't mean they were printed in 1984. We should have a good idea from the Ghostbusters, I suppose. But these are such beautiful condition packages. Yeah, 1984 Columbia Pictures, 1986 Columbia Pictures. No sell-by or anything like that. Oh, sorry, I'm not sure if I was in focus there. But yeah, beautiful little things. Really, really like them. And then the main thing they collect is Batman. So they had some cool Batman stuff. Now, I don't normally buy too much in the way of Batman, I have to be honest, but this bike was just incredible, and for only a £5, I couldn't really resist. And then they had this one as well. Again, just beautiful vehicles. Vehicles are normally, again, something I try and avoid because they take up so much space, but these were just too cool to leave behind. And they had these Batmans, slightly more modern ones, but even still, very, very cool. So I like them a lot. They had a few carded figurines. This was my favourite. This one was £20. I think it's a fair price. Let's be honest. It's all boxed. But yeah, what an absolute beauty. I'd love to get some of these others. I mean, it's Hardwired Goliath, what we have here. Wow, that's that one. Okay, kind of looks different there. Are these like a chrome variant? I don't know. But yeah, these all look very cool. I'm very tempted to try and get all of these now. The deluxe ones look a bit mental. And the bog standard ones are cool and everything. I used to have that one. I used to love that one. But yeah, just these guys, all metallic. So yeah, I thought they were worth 20 quid. So that was all I got from one seller, which I think is an incredible lot to get. Also found this, a micro action car, truck and plane thing. It's like a knockoff micro machine, and I think it might have come from Summerfield. So I think this is just like some toy that would have been hanging up near the till. I think someone's cut the price off the corner where it probably said something like 69p or 99p or something, so that they, didn't have to argue with people that it was £3. Or maybe they gave it to a kid for Christmas, didn't want the price on the corner. But yeah, paid £3 for this. I know it's not official Micro Machines, but it's still very cool. And then the last three things I got from the same seller. He had a little pile of these books that he said he wanted £5 each for, and some of them looked like they were French and some of them were English. So I asked him if I could flick through and just see how many there were, and essentially if they were all French or all English. So it turns out some of them, the thinner ones, these are just English, nothing else in there. But these ones, they have like at least a French side and an English side. But some of the even thicker ones, they have like 2 or 3 languages in there. So it might have to do a bit of investigating with these. In the end, we came to like a bundle price, so these didn't end up being £5 each. But you so very rarely see them. Then he had this Converters Deltatron in the box with Philip Milligan's name on. So I had a little look. He said it was complete and it all worked. It's not actually complete. I had a good look at it. So you can see on the picture there, he has a gun and a bullet. And when you open the box, sorry, you're going to have to help. There we go. When you open the box, you can see he's missing his gun and he's missing his bullet. But I do like the Converters. Obviously, some very cheap knockoff Transformers. Never seen this one before. He said £20 for it originally, and again, we came to a deal, especially when I showed him that it's actually not got all its pieces. And then there was this, and this I don't know very much about at all, and so I normally avoid these things like the plague unless they're really, really cheap. So he said this was £35. So originally we were on 5, 10, 15, 20, £25. Is that for those little comics? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, he was going to do me a deal on those. Don't think he did. Anyway, so we had £25 there and £20 there, and then he wanted 35 for this. So originally we were on, 25, 45, 70. We were on 80 quid. In the end, we settled on 65, which is still a lot of money, but this is very full. So these are all Magic the Gathering cards. Wild. Yeah, I know. I'm going to have to put something there to stop it from closing, because it's just like some cheap little plastic lid. Come on, let's use one of these Batman. Come on, Batman, save the day. Oh, Batman's not going to do it. Maybe cards as well. Oh, that box has just opened. Okay, I might just have to hold it somehow. Like that. There we go, that'll do. Anyway, sorry about that. So, there's all these Magic the Gathering cards. Now, I don't know how old they are. There is a booster in there, but it has been opened. But it looks like someone's put the cards straight back in, but who knows. Then there's this, which says it's a play mat, but it feels like it's been laminated. So I don't know how that folds out, but yeah, there's a playmat there. And then there's all of this of cards. And as I say, I know nothing about Magic the Gathering. One of the Twitch streamers that I watch, he's into it a bit recently. And I think something along the lines of the early ones have this white border and the older ones have a black border. That is literally the entirety of my knowledge on Magic the Gathering. But there are so many cards here. Now, the guy said he hadn't been through it and he hadn't checked the value of it. So this could be a lot of hard work sifting through all these cards to see if there is anything in there. Someone may have done the same first. They bought this whole tub. Oops. And they've gone through the whole thing, price checked everything. Anything that had some significant value have removed it, and that this is just dregs. That's my expectation from this box. But there are just these packets full of cards, and then there's this big stack in the corner. If I move all the packets out the way, God, there's another 2 packetfuls, and another packetful or 2 here. Just one that's split. Okay, and then there's all these loose. Now I started looking at it, and someone brought their kid over and went, "Here you go. Here's the cards." And it was a young child, and I think the woman must have thought, oh yeah, playing cards, Pokemon cards, whatever. So she brought this kid over, and the kid just made a mess of the whole box, like smashed it all up. And the guy who was selling all this stuff was serving someone else at the time. Oh, that doesn't bode well, does it? Mario sticker on there. Anyway, came over, messed the box up, and then the guy came to talk to me about it, and obviously saw the state the box was in, and I didn't know whether to try and be like, oh, it was a kid, mate, honestly, it wasn't me. So in the end, I just didn't say anything and was like, yeah, I've been looking through the box. I don't know anything about these things, but how much do you want? And will it be worth me flicking through to see if I can find a Flea card? Is that an old one? Is it a new one? Is it worth playing with? Who knows? But yeah, there's loads of them. I'm just going to have to flip through the whole box. So depending on what comes of this, depends on, I guess, whether we ever talk about this again. It might be that in the next video, I'll go flick through the whole thing. It's full of rubbish. Well, not the next video, because I'm going to film that now. But if there's anything interesting in here, then maybe we'll do a whole video on it. Maybe we'll break it down, be like, oh, well, we found these. These are actually worth something. These aren't, blah-de-blah. Or if it's just a dud, I'll just let you know what a waste of time it was. But yeah, there's a huge amount of Magic the Gathering cards. My hope is that even if a card like this is only worth a penny, if it's worth 1 penny, and this was only 30 quid, I must have made my money back, right? There must be enough penny cards here, so even if I flip it as a job lot to someone else. But yeah, we'll see. There's a chance. Don't think I'm going to find a Black Lotus in there, but if I do, yeah, we'll let you know, guys. Anyway, I'm going to film another video for you. It's going to be a car boot haul video that's accumulated over a few weeks. But I thought I'd just show you what I found at Flea Market. Next week there's a toy fair going on, so I'll be down there. And the week after that there's another Comic-Con. So there's going to be, hopefully, a few more videos, especially around the 4th of December when all the car boots reopen. So yeah, until then, guys, stay tuned and I'll show you some more tat that I find soon. Bye.